Hello, how was your weekend? Mine was full of wrist pain for some reason, so I barely wrote anything. Except on Friday, um, where I wrote 189, which brought last week's total to 2,322. And let's see, Friday I had 27 on a poem, 58 on a song, 39 on my story, and 65 on a new file. I'll get to that in a second. So, nothing on Saturday or Sunday. And today, only 53 on the same file as I just mentioned. Because my wrists are hurting really bad today. No, it wasn't over the weekend. It was hurting. I was busy over the weekend. I was busy goofing off. I don't know. Though, my cousins are now back in school. So, my summer's officially over. And everything's gonna be boring now. So I'll have lots of time to get more writing done. So expect bigger word counts. I promise there will be, or I'll have to punish myself with like no video games or something. But onto that file. While I haven't been writing, I've been going over the Mary Sue test on Springhole, which Springhole is an awesome site. I just love going to that site. And Mary Sue test is a very good test to take for your characters. I like to use that test to try to figure out a few guidelines. It's more like guidelines, the natural rules. But I have like actually come with plot points based on the test results. Like I'll figure out somebody is a little higher than I want them to, so I'll figure out what desuifiers I can give them. Like I'm saying like too much. If went from so to like apparently one main character in this one story, I wasn't sure if I wanted her this one scene where she's faced with her fear. It could go either way. I was thinking I wanted her to overcome her fear in that scene. It wasn't, but she was too um high on the. I'm tired. If you can't tell, it's hard to remember what I'm trying to say. She was too high on the list, so I started looking at what I could change. She's too high number, I mean. So I went down the list of what I could change, and I decided, I like really thought about a few of them, and when I reached that one I didn't check, about like, does she have a fear that doesn't go away at a crucial moment? It's like, does it have to go away? Does she have to overcome her fear? Isn't it more interesting if the seemingly fearless person remains without one fear through the whole series? And I decided it was a lot better. It should have been written that way in the first place. So I was a little wrong when I was thinking that I could go either way. I was thinking there was a scene that I was trying to decide which one to go with, and it told me which one. I think there's a few scenes like that too, but that wasn't one. That was one where it actually changed depending on the test results. And there's some I maybe really think about how I was having the characters do. And then some I'll see are a lot lower than I expected them to be. And I realized that I'm on the right track with them. And I look at what is considered a cliche and the Mary Sue on that test and know where not to go with some of them. Of course, characters are going to develop themselves. So, um, I'm going over the characters for the series I'm writing on DeviantArt, or I'm about to be writing on DeviantArt, and there's something just a little. My main character. is, according to the test, in the high to very high chance that she's a Mary Sue. She's in the risky range. She pretty much is one. Here's the really annoying part, is it's not all my fault. I mean, she's technically a fan character and the canon character. Because Dragon Quest IX, there's their story, and there's situations that will happen to your character, but you decide who that character is. So, I had to check that the canon characters looked up to the character, and that the story revolved around the character, and the character is really powerful because the game has all that in it. It didn't help that she's also an author insert, because that's just how I wanted. I didn't realize I was going to be writing about this character, or I probably wouldn't have done it this way. But I wanted her to be me. But here's the thing, is that I didn't make a character of me. And there's why I think that she does kind of work. Despite the results, I'm going to really work on those and try to play up some of her faults that'll really help combat it, and play down will make her look like a Sue and what would be cliche. And the other thing is something that couldn't be checked on the list, is that she's not a character of me, she's a caricature of me. I took everything about myself, like the good and the bad, and just blew it up. And not the good to where she's even better than me, to the point where it's almost a fault. Like, I like to help people. I try to help somebody whenever I can. She takes it to a level way too far where she would just completely butt into somebody's business, to the point where she would like sneak into their house to try to go through their things to figure out what their problem is, because they won't talk to her because she's so sure she has to save literally everybody, and she's insane and has no good grasp on reality, and she does just know things because originally I wanted her to know whatever I could know, and I would know stuff about the game that she shouldn't know. But she, with her not having a grasp on reality, means that sometimes what she seems to just know isn't actually correct. And even her best friends sometimes don't like her because she's just so hard to even understand, and it just gets everybody in trouble for no good reason. Decides to randomly go this direction instead of this way, even though this is where they're supposed to go, just because she wants to know what's over here, and doesn't even seem to uh, notice when she's not making sense anymore. So I think she is on the Suish side, but I think if I really, really work at it, I mean, what do you think? I just described some things to you, as my character to you. She's also really powerful. She's a lot stronger than she looks, but the game has you have high strength stats without having big muscles, so I was just following the game. And she's been in lots of battles without having scars or anything, but she has a healer, so that one it got to not check because the healing magic exists in that world. So, wow, this video is long. It's about 10 minutes. I did not mean for that to happen. I'm sorry. So, forgive my rambling, and what do you think about, if your character rates too high in the Mary Sue test, and she's number 32 is the number she got, so you might also want to check it out. It gives you some really good, ideas and guidelines. And I described my character to you, and what do you think of what you just heard? Do you think I can get away with it? So, I'll talk about the other characters some other time. I'm out of time now. This is Peace, Love, Pink, signing out, and have a great day, everyone.